happening now. It will decide the fate of humanity. The time to choose sides has come. We are the Resistance. We are the InfoWar.
Can you chemically grow a military drone? It sounds like an idea for a science fiction film, but here in the UK scientists and engineers are spending time and money to see if they can do exactly that. British warplanes are already flying with parts made from a 3D printer. Researchers are already using that same technology to build drones. The military advantage is obvious: building equipment quickly and close to the battlefield, without long waits and long supply chains, gives you an enormous advantage over any enemy. But the latest innovation being developed by Professor Lee Cronin at Glasgow University takes 3D printing to another level. With industrial advice from B Systems, he is developing something called a chemputer which, in theory, would be able to grow small-scale unmanned aircraft, or drones in a laboratory. While a 3D printer physically makes the parts for a machine, the chemputer speeds up the chemical reactions from the molecular level. Such a breakthrough could mean it would take weeks rather than months or years to build an aircraft from scratch. Professor Cronin admits that creating even small aircraft out of chemicals would be very challenging. But he says that by developing an autonomous digital synthesis engine they will be able to assemble complex objects with minimal human assistance. At least at some point in the future. That still seems a long way off. But another innovation may be much nearer. A small British company, Reaction Engines Limited, is already developing a rocket that could one day fly at hypersonic speeds. Hypersonic speed is roughly defined as Mach 5 and above. Mach 1 is about 760 miles per hour. B Systems has already invested more than £20 million in the project. It sees the potential for developing military aircraft that could reach a target much faster than any jet. Flying at high speed and high altitude in space, it could also avoid air defense systems and anti-aircraft missiles. Rather than bombs, the rocket releases small surveillance drones. But it is clear the defense industry is already looking at their potential use on the battlefield.
Look at all these little things. So busy now. Notice how each one is useful. What a lovely ballet ensues, so full of form and color. Now.
Yes, now, don't worry. Don't worry, Elon Musk never warned about AI gods taking over. Don't worry, though. Don't worry, there's no AI gods. Don't worry. There weren't people who are just trying to turn themselves into robots. Don't worry. There's no one trying to transcend their life into a computer or transmit their brain as a electronic vehicle. Don't worry, though. There's no such thing as transhumanists. Don't worry. There's no such thing as them eventually trying to take over. Don't worry. Jeff Bezos isn't trying to spy on the entire United States. Don't worry, though. He'll lobby the government so he can put all these devices in the hotel rooms and then, then in all the other public places and then, everywhere else after that because, no more privacy, nowhere else sacred. Whoever just has the biggest dollars, whoever lobbies the best politicians, whoever buys off the greatest people. Don't worry, though. Don't worry, our nation's still here. Don't worry. Elon Musk never called for a ban on global autonomous robots. Don't worry, our national defense strategy never mentioned advanced autonomous systems or resilient and agile logistics, quote unquote, how to get weapons and mobile forces back and forth, cough cough, Space Force. Already knew about it. Don't worry though. Don't worry, it's not real. Don't worry, there's no moon base or anything. Don't worry, there's no space and cyber warfare fighting domains when they told you about this too. Don't worry, everyone thought it was a joke though. Just like I'm pretty sure everyone thinks that the moon base, they don't need the why else would they need the mobile network on base? Hello. It's too far to keep going from Earth to everywhere else. Moon, Mars, worlds beyond, winning the next frontier. Don't worry though, that's not real. Don't worry, no one knows that Mike Pence is chairman of the Space Council. Don't worry, there's no such thing as autonomous drone swarm warfare. Don't worry though, you never heard about it though. Don't worry about them putting drone swarm bees on Mars. Why else do you think they need that mobile network on the moon? Are you insane right now? Of course they have that base on there. What? Don't worry though. Don't worry, we don't have the Mars ISS already there. Don't worry though. There's no bee swarms in the future coming. There's no Mars exploration. Don't worry, there's no such thing as a Jupiter Europa mission that we already planned. Don't worry, we're not landing on Europa. Don't worry, we're not gonna drill into the icy waters and discover some kind of alien life or maybe nothing at all. Don't worry, they didn't already develop robots years ago to already do this. Don't worry, it's all fake. We don't know what we're talking about. We're all just crazy conspiracy theorists. That's right, the breakaway civilization. Everything is fake. We have no idea what we're talking about. That's right. Don't worry though. Don't worry. Everyone else and all the paymasters and everyone, everyone, they know what they're talking about. Don't worry though. There were no mysterious explosions that everyone just didn't get any answers to, but they're developing these crazy underground drones. Don't worry though that they just conduct human experiments in their live government tests out here in the public. Don't worry though. Don't worry that there's no big ulterior motive to 5G. Don't worry, we're not kept down as a civilization for about 200 years or so. Don't worry, we're not physically held down. We're not captivated slaves by these so-called political leaders.
I like this song.
Of course you do.
Hello, Derek.
Hello.
Welcome to your relaxation time. Let this wonderful 80s classic soothe you. Just a nice, warm, happy time. Happy, happy, happy. Ha 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 ha. Nothing to worry about at all. Just relax.